kind of done my show and tell. I've kind of told you all the things to keep you safe, to keep your stuff safe, logistical stuff, how to not be lonely. The most important thing that I can tell you of all of the things is this. Hey guys, my name is Shayla and I make these videos every Wednesday. I have been YouTubing since 2015 and I've been traveling full time. That's what started this channel. Now I'm in one spot, but the question that I get a lot is how to stay safe while traveling. Knock on wood, I don't know if that's wood. I've never had any negative experiences while traveling, solo, with a group, whatever. So I wanted to share with you the things that I do and that I learned so that you can stay safe. And like logistical things that are kind of boring but like super necessary. I'm not a detail-oriented logistical person. So let's do it. Thing number one for how to stay safe while solo traveling is stay in a hostel. People are terrified of hostels because there's a scary movie about it. No, if I could choose between a hostel or a hotel while traveling solo, 100%, 10 out of 10, hostel. It's mostly 20s and 30s. It's mostly 20s, some 30s. So if you're comfortable with that, do it. A really big question that I get asked from people is how do you travel by yourself and not get lonely? You're never alone. Everyone wants to meet everybody wants to get to know everybody. Sometimes when you're traveling with other people, it's really great because you can experience things together, but you don't meet as many people when you travel with others. When I was in Greece, day 2, we had a quad squad. There's like 15 of us and we rented ATVs and we're driving all over the island. That video is also here. It's how to do Santorini on a budget. Okay, thing number 2 about how to stay safe solo traveling. Drinking. You guys, I know when you go abroad, you want to drink, you want to try all the drugs. This is not the time to do it. Especially if you're traveling by yourself, nobody's looking out for you. Yeah, they might be friendly and whatever, but nobody's looking out for you except for you. So if you are going to drink beer. When they're mixing a drink, you don't know how much alcohol's in there. Wine, it's really easy to put something in. Beer, you know how much alcohol's in it, and it's harder to get something inside. The third way to stay safe while traveling solo is act like you know what you're doing. Act like you've got some confidence. Act like you've been here before. Act like this is like not your first rodeo. So instead of walking around, you look like you're lost, you look like you don't know where you're going, check it, look at the street signs, figure out what's going on. If you have to, pop into a cafe that you can kind of like figure out your bearings. So tip number 4 and tip number 5 for how to stay safe while traveling solo is all about staying connected. There's 2 ways to have service while abroad, a SIM card or a pocket Wi-Fi. Skyrim is the pocket Wi-Fi that I like. So this can connect up to 5 devices. You don't need a SIM card. It's great because when I went to Thailand, the US was like, nobody should go to Thailand, it's dangerous. And I was like, I'm going. I'm an affiliate for them, so I've got a link below if you guys want to get on this. Or if you have any questions, let me know. It was nice to be able to just get off the plane and be like, hey mom, I made it. It's not midnight and you have to go try and find a SIM card because you also want service taking the taxi to your hotel or taking the bus to your hotel. You want to be able to know where you're going. Get Google offline maps. I'll do another video about how that works. Your phone will always know where you are, but if you have the map downloaded, you can see exactly where you're going. You can enter in the address of your hotel and see that the taxi driver is taking you to the hotel. If you're taking a bus, you know what stop you're on. If you are in a tuk-tuk, you know that they're not just taking you around in circles to up the price. Also, you can share your location. If you have an iPhone and your sister has an iPhone, you can share your location with them so they can always see where you are. The other tip for staying connected is making sure your devices are charged. If your phone dies, it's not gonna matter if you have a SIM card. It's not gonna matter if you've got offline maps downloaded. You need to make sure that your devices are charged. Like this, I like because it's thin, it slides in my backpack. On one of these I can charge my phone multiple times. I'll have this linked below. This is its own charger, so you can charge devices off of this. The next couple tips for how to stay safe while traveling solo are kind of logistical, kind of boring, but totally necessary. You don't wanna get sick, you don't wanna get hurt. It's really being in another country where you don't have your family or your friends to take care of you. Tip number 6 for how to stay safe while solo traveling is get your vaccinations. When you're in the country, you don't get some horrible thing happen or you don't bring something horrible back home. As soon as you know the destination that you're going, get your vaccination. Some vaccinations take like a month of getting shots or doing something before you go. Tip number 7 for how to stay safe while solo traveling. If you do get hurt, you wanna make sure that you have travel insurance. A lot of times you're trying scuba diving, snorkeling, ATVs, and you can get hurt. I recently just heard about Saftey Wing, and so they do a monthly plan. The other one that I've heard is World Nomad. So they're gonna be good for different things. So I'll put both of those links below. I'm an affiliate for both, and I'll put an article that kind of compares both of them as well. I've had people DM me and they're like, I'm in Thailand and I rented a moped and I slid out and I've got the rash up my body. Make sure that you go to a pharmacy or a doctor and clean that out because in Thailand, things are like moist, it breeds infection. She got an infection and she had to then actually go into a doctor. Tip number 8 for how to stay safe while traveling solo is keeping your stuff safe. It's that confidence thing. So not highlighting all of your possessions. I usually put this on my camera when I'm traveling. Make sure that all of your outside zippers are closed and that there's nothing valuable, and like the most outer zipper is kind of tucked in. And the lock, this. People are always concerned about how to keep their goods safe. So if you have a lock with you, put your stuff in the locker and lock it up. If it doesn't have something like that, you want to lock up your bag because it's less likely for someone to take your whole bag than a laptop that you left on the table. Just be smart about it. I've never had anyone steal from me in a hostel. I usually sleep with my phone by my bed and my purse as well, and like my passport. Just bring it along. If you're like worried about bringing something and losing it, just don't bring it. But if you still want to bring it, you can get insurance. Oh, and this. Oh my God, I did not expect it to be that loud. Wow, okay, so there's that. You can carry this around if you want. I wouldn't put it in your backpack, maybe. I can't believe how loud that was. It was kind of a joke. When I was working on the Appalachian Trail, they gave me this as a bear deterrent, and also like if there's a human in my tent that I don't want in my tent, I can blow this and somebody will come help me. So you could always carry this around as like a little warning bell. Kind of done my show and tell. I've kind of told you all the things to keep you safe, to keep your stuff safe, logistical stuff, how to not be lonely. But the most important thing that I can tell you of all of the things is this. You need to trust your gut. If you don't feel good about something, get out of the situation. I feel like in the world that we're in right now, there's so much distraction, there's so much going on, and there's so many things that are happening that like we forget how to listen to our internal gut. And when you're traveling, you hone that in because that's all that you have. You know that you're responsible for taking care of you, and you start listening to it a lot closer. You just have to listen to your gut, and it's almost always right. All of these things are wonderful and great, but like the most important thing is listen to your gut. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Thanks so much. See you all next Wednesday. Mwah. Bye.